of sea level, Golden State Warriors. At center, Quentin Post. At forward, Jonathan Kuminga. At point guard, Brandon Bajemski. At forward, Draymond Green. At guard, Jimmy Butler. Head coach of the visiting team is Steve Kerr. Let's hear from the starting five for your Denver Nuggets. At guard, 6'6", number 0, Christian. Starting at small forward, 6'8", number 23, Cameron Johnson. At guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 27, Jamal Murray. The other forward, 6'8", number 32, center, number 15, the jet guy, Nikola
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Not too many injuries to deal with for this team. Only one player listed as inactive for them.
They're weathering a big absence. Their best player out of the lineup, but it's a chance for the others to step up.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Brandon Bajemski, Jonathan Kuminga out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Post in at the 5 down low. And for Denver, before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Johnson in at the 3 side. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Inside. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Golden State ball.
And the Warriors with possession here. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
Yeah, I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games. And you can see Aaron Gordon just lights up when he has chances like that to throw it down.
Over in the corner, Kuminga. Outside, Green. This one for 3. Sinks the triple.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Green. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
That's a tough one there from Draymond Green. As tough as they come.
Here's the Nuggets with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Murray kicks to Johnson. To the paint. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jonas Valanciunas, who's checked in for Gordon. Hardaway comes in for Johnson. And it's Brown in for Christian Brown. Now here's Curry. Healed outside. Pulls up, high post. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Good job in the mid-range. Buddy Hield getting squared up and scores.
Here's Brown and finished off by Brown.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Warriors lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around and lots of hands were touching it.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Horford. Draymond Green is out there with Buddy Hield. Then there's Moody and Richard. And you look at this year's Denver team, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted. There's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
His mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And the concentration from Jokic, spectacular, just shrugging off that contact.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Okay, man.
41 seconds left in the second quarter. Post misses the shot. The Nuggets trail by 3. Hardaway kicks to Johnson. There's the pick. Shoots from the line. Hardaway. It's good on the putback.
Any coach likes it when a guard gets in there and stays active on the glass. Hardaway Jr. did it that time.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Pulls it from the elbow. Rebounded by Hardaway. Murray against Kuminga. Murray, no good.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Warriors on top, leading by a point. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Get ready for the fan courtside.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jokic. A miss that time would have put him up. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They lead by 1. All right, Brent, quickly. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga.
Physicality, Kevin. I mean, this guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. If he continues to put himself in the situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly, his game is going to continue to grow.
He doesn't get the second one. And for such a young player, Brandon Pajemski has a mature game.
Well, Kevin, his intellect out on the floor, I think, is at an elite level. Brandon does such a good job of hovering around the basket to get rebounds. He advances the ball with the pass. He's driving and always looking for angles. So this is an advantage-created player, and Brandon does a great job of it.
Brown, the pass to Gordon for the lead to the inside. Jokic defies the inside defense.
Not going to intimidate Jokic at that range. His focus tonight, razor sharp.
Pass to post. Here's Pajemski. He's covered by Murray. Floats it up for Kuminga. And they're pushing it up. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's what he's known for, right? His ability to scan the floor and find open guys.
Warriors trail by 4. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to talk to his guys.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Butler on the attack.
I like Butler down low, fighting for points.
Now, here's Jokic. Defense right on him.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Pass to post. Pajemski, the bounce pass. Oh, no, stopping Butler that time.
And Butler just taking that motion right through contact.
Down low, outside for Murray. Got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nuggets lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Kuminga, Pajemski out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green, and it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
And it's Green, missing.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. It's stolen by Green. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Pajemski. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Now, what a setup there. Green plays with great speed and plays with great pace, and that's a nice field play.
Nuggets trail. Murray down low. Basket good.
Big time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Seemed extremely focused on that hoop the whole way. You could see it in his eyes. It was not going to be denied.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's Murray. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. That's a tough one to swallow here in the fourth.
30 seconds left in the fourth. Brown, the pass to Jokic. The slam by Jokic.
Well, Jokic needed it, and he got it.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. Coach was really hyping up his guys. He told them, this is what it's all about, fellas. You're in this spot for a reason. Go out and take this win. See if they can follow those instructions, guys.
Thanks, David. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. What a move at the rim, Butler!
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
At the line for the Warriors, Jimmy Butler, shooting 1.
The coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Please give a minute.
Last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
Timeout called. Nuggets. Thoughts on what coach wants to do here?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jimmy Butler.